Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do a 2021 wrap up. So I've been trying to think of all of my accomplishments for 2021 as an author. And it's very it can be very difficult to try to think about your accomplishments, especially if some of your goals did not get accomplished completely. But I definitely I like doing this. I enjoy thinking back on what you did accomplish. Any little thing, even if it wasn't a goal. I think any author, any writer can think of something that they did that they probably did not think they were going to do. Or maybe you did. Maybe you thought you was going to do everything you did, and that's awesome. So for me, I definitely had to sit down with my little sticky notes and come up with some stuff because I'm definitely a very humble person. I try not to stress myself with thinking too hard, too strict with goals and calendar outlines. I had a big calendar on my desk, but um, I'm not sure if I'm going to get one for the new year or not because I know with this year I was just my calendar had full of notes, 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 and sometimes I'm like, oh dang, it's a motivation, but also sometimes it can be a little bit of a downer, like, oh, look at all that stuff I didn't do. So um I'm on the fence about that for my new year. But for this year, wrapping up my 2021, I did not set any strict goals for myself. I did want to finish my novel, which I did do. So that was my very small list. I had one goal, but I'm not going to just talk about goals in this video. I'm going to talk about my accomplishments for 2021 and just reflect on this year for me as an author. I definitely had some up and downs. I did say I accomplished publishing my second novel. So the second novel no, third novel. I'm thinking second novel in my series, but this is technically my third novel I published. Darkness Awaits, which is the sequel to Strange Things Await. And I published those almost back to back. I had my very second novel, Gates Bookstore. I did publish that before I published Darkness Awaits. So with Darkness Awaits, I definitely wanted to publish it in 2021, and I set my goals for publishing it. I accomplished it, and then I also really wanted to do pre-ordering to really stretch out my marketing, and it's a learning journey. I know many of you all who probably have self-published or done a lot of marketing yourself, even if you did traditionally go that traditional route. But it is a learning journey when you try to market your book. So I learned a lot. I definitely did some things that were not very fruitful for the money I put out, but I also had some things that were very positive. I used NetGalley, and NetGalley is great for reviews. I definitely recommend doing that. That was a positive, a learning experience with my marketing, and just a lot of things with learning. And I think that's and I think that's a very important part. So if you're feeling down, or you just stressed out, you didn't make all your goals, you didn't achieve what you wanted to, you still, if you learned something, even if you learning from a mistake, you should feel accomplished because hopefully you're not going to make that same mistake. So definitely that was a very important goal, even though it was only my one goal, was to publish a book this year. I accomplished that. I published in May. So I think it was May 12th of this year. I published Darkness Awaits. And then that was my only major goal, was to publish that novel. So I accomplished that. But I also, see, I gotta go back to the sticky notes because I'm like, oh, I only had one goal. I only did one thing. But no, I didn't do one thing throughout the whole year. So even myself, I have to keep reminding myself, no, you did more than one thing. You have more to think about, more to reflect on. So other than publishing the one novel, which is a big accomplishment itself, I also wrote down that I started in my YouTube channel. I've been really trying to be more active on here, active on social media, even though my Pinterest, that's been neglected a whole lot. But with Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, I'm trying my best to be more active. I should have put on here as well, I also started a TikTok account, which I'm not old, but it's so hard learning all these new programs it's very hard learning these new programs. Well, not programs, these new social media platforms. See, I can't even get the lingo right. So it's very, it's an interesting journey trying to learn how to do new things. And with my YouTube and with TikTok and different things, you see, I'm not focused on trends, even though I know that probably would give me more followers. And I'm definitely not focused heavily on editing my videos, which you all can see that as well. So I don't think I'm ever going to. It's just not who I am. And one thing I really want to do is try to be authentic with you all. And so I try not to have a script. I try not to focus on trends. I try not to focus on algorithm. I try not to focus on too much editing. I'm not good at the editing anyway. But I'm not focusing on any of that until maybe I get to the point where I have the money to pay somebody. You know, all these celebrities, they got a bunch of people following them, or they have people who their whole dedication is to, social media platforms, social media managers. And until I get that type of money, I'm not worried about it. And I know some people might recommend, oh yeah, there's freelancers and stuff like that. I use freelancers heavily in my work, so I don't want to shut that down completely. But the ones who are freelancing that I've seen so far on these freelance sites, they are not qualified to do social media management. I wish that some of these very popular and those who have, proof is in the pudding. Those who actually are very well recognized on, Bookstagram or TikTok and Facebook and Twitter, those who actually are accomplished, they can go ahead and freelance or, start a whole company. I wish it was those type of people who you can actually get proof from, who did the freelancing. Like, I would definitely pay some of these people who got bookstagrams and doing their thing on TikTok and different platforms. I don't think they realize their full potential, or maybe they just don't feel like doing that type of work. It could take a lot of time, but I would definitely love one of them to be my social media managers, to create content and to pay them. But I don't feel like paying somebody who is doing a little basic graphic. They just pay this little membership for one of these Canva and the different things, and they just give you some very generic things where it all looks the same, and then they can't focus on giving you your own identity, because they're mix matching everything for every single client. So your page ends up looking like someone who's not in the field. No. And it could work probably with those who are in maybe more corporate. Everything is almost very similar within that corporate area. It might work for them, but as an artist, I want to have my own creative identity, and it's very difficult finding someone to manage your author profiles, because they don't have that creative side. They're used to more straight focused, clean, corporate business type, and that's fine. It might work for that type of industry. But for me, I'm like, no, I want my stuff to look like these awesome people who are on Bookstagram. And let's say I have a call. Oh no. Okay. Who have these awesome Bookstagram accounts and TikTok accounts that are YouTube accounts that are focused on books and what they do. So yeah, I got off track. So okay, back to my accomplishments. So I started my YouTube channel. I started my TikTok channel. Please follow me, Author J Stone. I keep it, the username, I keep it the same, so you all can find me everywhere. Also, came up with 4 new book ideas. I shared with you all before about my werewolf romance idea, and I already started that. I got a few chapters in. I know I'm supposed to be writing. I have other books I have to finish, but I really like, if I'm really focused on an idea at the time, to write it down, because you don't want to forget things. So I definitely wrote it down. And when I was writing it down, it turned into chapter. So I definitely, writing as an author, I'm doing a lot of progressing accomplishments for this year. Having more book ideas is just top of the line for me, because you don't want to be a one-hit wonder. You don't want to just have one book and that's it. And I definitely, those who have known me for a while, don't get on me about the romance. I know I said, and I say this a lot, oh, never say never. But I said before, oh, I'm not going to write romance. No, I'm never going to do that. And if you see my books, I love if romance is intertwined in the story. But I don't like romance books that are solely romance books. I think the only one I might have, let's see, here it is. Alright. I'm breaking stuff. Alright. I think the only romance book I have is Johanna Lindsay. The book is called You Belong to Me. I don't know if you all have read this book or not. I actually got this book. I was in high school, and I was doing volunteer work with our Christian ministry campus group, and I forget where we were. I don't know if it was like a shelter or somewhere, and they had a bunch of books around on the shelf. Like, they had little bookcases, and it was just like books just like kind of laying around, and I love to read, so I was just over there looking at books. I think I was doing what I was supposed to do, but I was still over there looking at stuff. And this book was one of the books that's laying around, and I think it was I don't know who it was. It was so many years ago. But they came up to me, it was like, oh, do you want to take any books home? Like, really? You don't gotta ask me. Yes, I do. So I was just reading around, picking up books, and that was one of the books I picked up. So whoever that person was, I really appreciate you. I hope you kept asking other young people, because it is very hard for I don't really want to. I definitely I didn't grow up very very poor, but yeah, pretty much. And so, but I had so much support and help with, a very broad range of family members. So it's very hard for me to say that, because I don't want to take away from the realities of other people who didn't probably have that support and really were in a lot of the um, bad situations. But it's very important for me to have those other people in the world, especially in low income communities, which I was in, to encourage reading and to give things for free. Like, she could have said, "Oh, you want to buy it, or you just want to borrow it." You know, that person, gave it to me for free. And I think books and literature always for free. Authors, if you are reading books and you don't want them no more, please don't throw them away. Please, definitely, and anyone who's watching this, don't throw your books away. Please donate them. Take them to. I don't really want to say don't take them to a library to donate, because libraries are important, but kind of take it directly to the students, to the people. So if you have a neighbors and you see kids running around, maybe just go up to them, up to the parent, to the door, say, "Oh, here you go," or donate books to schools. There are so many schools who don't have their own library. There are schools in the DC area, low income. I'm in DC, so I'm just focusing on DC, where there are no libraries within the school. And then also, they have a hard time buying books. So, especially if you have really great books that are educational, or you knew that it was a book that was on your reading list growing up, donate it to a school, you know? So it's just, I really hope you all do that, because I'm working very hard on my publishing company, which I'm going to talk about later. And that's one of my goals for 2022, which I'll discuss later in a different video, about helping to start libraries in DC schools that do not have libraries. So that's going to be something that I discuss in a later video. I really wanted to do it sooner, but because of COVID, I couldn't. It was 2020 where I really wanted to do that. I had so much to do within my company that I had, friends and family, different volunteers. We had meetings. We went to libraries and we had meetings, and we were just coming up with a huge goals and task for 2020. And the pandemic hit, and we just knew we couldn't do it, because so much of our activities were face-to-face activities. So, okay, I'm getting off track again. So it's just, yeah, I'm sorry. It's just hard, because like, so much I wanted to do, couldn't do. And it's just, hopefully next year will be a better year. There'll be less variance, and another video. Okay, so I came up with 4 new book ideas: the werewolf romance novel, and then I also came up with a murder mystery. But I think it's going to be, I think I'm going to turn it more into a thriller. But I'll get to it when I get to it. It's going to be mainly about a individual who is using technology to commit murders, and they can't. He's pretty much giving the police the roundabout, because they're like, who really is the person, because he's using technology to hide his identity, or her identity. I haven't figured it out yet. So that's another one. I don't want to go too much into it until I start fleshing out the idea. And then I also have another story idea where that's included in my Diane Gates series. So I'm going to talk about that because that's ongoing. Hopefully no one has not read the book. Hopefully everyone has read the book. And then the last one was see, I can't get to it because it's on my phone notepad. Should have been more prepared. Okay, I'm not going to try to even think about what it was. It was I'm not going to try to think about what it was. Okay, so then lastly, I have that I read and reviewed 7 indie author books. So those who follow me on social media know that I'm big on supporting indie authors. Those who have been published by small publishing companies or those who have self-published completely themselves. So I'm very, very big on buying their books, supporting them. If you are such an author, please comment. Let me know your books. Contact me on social media. Excuse me. Every year, I haven't done it this year. No, I did do it this year, I believe, but I didn't buy all of the books yet. No, I did do it this year. That's why I only have 7 because I didn't not everyone was following my instructions. So every couple, maybe 2 years now, or 2 years now, I make a post on my Twitter account, and I tell people if you are self-published, and you have a paperback, because I don't like doing ebooks. If you have a paperback, to comment, follow me first for my followers. Follow me, or if you already are following me, comment. Let me know your links. Tell me about your book, and I'll buy 10 at a time to read and review. So I purchased I'll purchase the books in paperback form. Some of them I really wish were in hardback. Guys, don't doubt yourself. If you feel you have a really strong novel, have it in not just ebook, and don't just have it in paperback, okay? Because there are a couple books up there that I would love to have in a dust jacket version. And I would pay that extra money. Even though I already have it in paperback, I would buy the hardcover. So self-published authors, definitely hit me up if you need more people to buy your book. And then, and I think I have 2 or 3 more at home, but I'm still reading them. So they're not up there. And then I also have, back to, so I have 7 I read this year. So this year, read and reviewed 7 indie author novels. I read, maybe I should just do a shout out for everybody just real quick. Okay, hold on. Let me see. I'm looking at my Goodreads. I'm just going to, instead of reading it, because I was just going to read the titles off to you all, I'm also going to show you the book covers, because that's just how I do. So let me see. Hold on. Can I reach them? Okay. I got one. Get all these books out. Okay. Price of Jade, that one. And then, do I still have that one up here? Oh, yep, I do. Okay, hold on, yeah. Bear with me, everybody. Bear with me. Scrolling. Oh, did I get that one out? No, I didn't. Okay, that one. Okay. Okay. I think that's it. Is that it? I'm about to knock over everything. see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's it. That's it. Please tell me that's it. Okay, that's it. Okay. Okay. So I know I'm taking up time, and that's not this doesn't involve my 2021, but I take every opportunity I can to support you guys. So during 2021, I read these 7 indie author books. So we have this one, Children of Anshar. And this one I gave 5 stars. The book the author is poetic in his descriptions and dialogue, so I love the writing style. I was going to give it initially I was going to round it up to a 4, but because I love the writing, I put it as a 5. And I don't focus on too much on like grammar and be too critical. Not saying that this had grammar issues, because I don't remember the whole story myself, so I can't say. But yeah, this I definitely recommend. This was a good novel. And then The Way Station. This is really awesome. If you read my review, you see how much I was enjoying this novel. I can't wait to see the next book. Hopefully this author will come out with another book in this series. So this is the second book of a series, so definitely buy the first 2. Yeah, hold on. Okay, so the first book is called The Dragon, and this is the second novel. So this one I read a year ago. This one I read this year. Did I read this a whole year ago? Yeah, I read this a year ago in October. So definitely buy both of these. Actually, buy both. And then let me hurry up. And then I can you? Oh, sorry, you all can't see. I think The Mistkeeper's Apprentice. This was a really interesting concept. Definitely give the author. Oh, I'm sorry. I gave this 5 stars as well. So back to this one. The concept was very creative. I sadly, I did have to give it 2 stars because I tried to be fair. It was some points of the book where it could have been a 3-star, but because I did not finish the novel, I didn't feel it was honorable for me to give it anything higher. I try not to lie, but I also really, really want to be honest. If I'm going to buy the book and I'm going to tell you I'm going to buy it, I'm going to read it, and I'm going to review it, that's what I'm going to do. If this was a book that I got and I never told the author I was going to review it, I never would have. Because I don't like giving 2-star reviews, but I didn't feel it was right for me to tell the author I was going to review it, and I didn't. So hopefully my review was very detailed and it had many positives that the author can stomach getting a 2-star review, because I know it's hard to get a 2-star review. But I definitely I try to give a lot of positive points and a reason for my 2-star. So for this one, to each his own. You might really enjoy this novel. So I don't say don't buy it. You might really enjoy it. It's a really interesting concept. But for me, I just wasn't able to I wasn't able to finish reading it. So make up your own mind. This one, I'm going to put this one in here, even though I haven't finished it. I'll put it in here anyway because I really love this book. And I keep saying I love this book and I don't finish it. So the author, if you're looking at this, I apologize for not finished reading it. I really enjoy this novel. It's just I've been getting so busy, and then I lost the book at some point. I lost the book. So And I don't know if people saw my tweet. I was freaking out like, how can I lose my book? I lost it. I can't find out what happens next. I lost my book. And I said I'm gonna have to buy a new one. Even though I got this, the publisher sent me this book along with a couple other books. So they sent me the book. And I think they also just nerves and stress of, oh, I gotta hurry up. Because I was gifted the book. It really puts pressure on you. But I was ready to buy another copy of the book because I thought I lost it and I loved it so much. I was like, I'll buy me another one. I'll buy me one. I'm gonna find out what happened. So it's even though I haven't, you know what? I still got time. I'm gonna read this as soon as I'm done with all my videos today. I'm gonna try to make sure I read this before the year is over. Okay, so I don't keep this off of the shelf. I don't keep this right here, right next to me. So I make sure I finish reading it. And I don't have a long time. I don't have a long way to go in the book to finish it. So I'm going to keep it right here. Look at me. I'm putting it down. It's not going back up. I'm going to finish it. So buy that book. Okay, and then we have, oh, and it also has a wait. Y'all, I know y'all, I'm annoying to y'all. For this, sorry, this book has a sequel. Okay. So while you're at it, the sequel is already out. I know some people don't like buying a book and then they like, oh, but then we gotta wait so long for the sequel. No excuses. The sequel's already out, so buy both, okay? Oh, yeah. Am I lying to y'all? Because I'm going to check, because some people, they do give you a books in advance sometimes. First edition, yeah, July 2. Okay, so it's been out. Make sure I wasn't lying to you all. So, definitely buy the first book and buy the sequel, okay? Bye. Please do. I'm going to put that back. I don't reorganize all that. Everything's sliding down. My little horsies, my stallions aren't keeping my books up. Alright, so then next we have The Price of Jade. Also an amazing book. Great concept. I do wish it was longer, so that's a good problem to have for the author. The people want your book to be longer. They want more. So this one I gave a 4-star. I gave it a 4-star because I just felt like it could have had more details. It could have been longer. Some things I didn't like just because it wasn't expanded on. There was a lot of potential for more of the story. So hopefully, again, just like the other authors in here, hopefully we're going to get even more of this character and also more from the author. So this one I definitely do recommend. And then we have another one, Ascension. Enjoy the cover. This one I gave a 3-star. And it was, why I gave it a 3-star? I was probably feeling kind of critical that day, because I'm like, it could have gone to a 4. But I'm just looking at my review to see why. Yeah, I don't like when there's multiple point of views, like characters. So each character has a chapter. So I don't like that myself. It's hard a lot of times to keep up, and so personally for me, I don't like that. But I did say that readers will cheer, yell, grumble, sigh, smile, and frown while reading this well-written novel. So definitely I enjoyed this novel. That's why did I not just give it a 4-star? I'm starting to question I'm over here arguing with myself. Like, what's wrong with you? I could have gave this. I don't know. Why did I not? Okay, I'm slowing the video down. I don't know why I didn't just go ahead and give it a 4-star. I gave it a 3-star. But usually I don't mark things down just because I personally don't like it. You know, all the times I don't enjoy a first person point of view, or I don't enjoy when every single character has a chapter in their point of view. But I did enjoy, because I remember I really liked a couple of characters because they were crazy. Like I put that Urad and his, oh wait a minute, that might be a spoiler. Never mind, because I do talk about some characters in the review, and I'm not positive if yeah, that might be a spoiler. So I'm not gonna get into it. But you see, I was I'm getting excited. I'm starting to talk about the characters. So that's weird. I really don't know why. But it says this is a series 2, number 1. So I need to check out. Let me put a new tab, because I did want to see if this person got if there's the sequel's out already, because I'll buy the sequel. So yeah, you can buy this book as well, because I'm going to buy the sequel as soon as it comes out. And then we have, all right, wait a minute. There was, wait a minute, the Juilliard. Wait, I'm sorry, hold on. Where is Juilliard? Hold up, hold up. Get off. I'm pretty sure I read this in 2021 too. I'll tell y'all about it anyway. And then we have this book. I gave it a 3-star. Arnetta and the Mirror of Destiny. Another interesting concept. And I like that. This book was it was just a very nice cozy read. It's a great YA book for definitely for anyone born in the 90s, because there was some stuff in here that as a 90s baby I definitely enjoyed. So I won't give too many details, but yeah, I gave this one a 3-star. I recommend it. It's a cozy read, a fast read. You could probably read it in a day. And then let me scroll over here. I don't know why I didn't put this. Oh, I skipped it. Yeah, May. I was about to say, I know I'm not crazy. I read this in this year. So this is another good book. It's a cozy read. You can read this in a day as well. It's it definitely made me YouTube some songs that were on here. I definitely enjoyed myself reading this novel, and I enjoyed some of the characters. But I did give it a 3-star. Critically, I put that it was a 2.5. 2.5. But I put 3 stars just because I had to find a balance, a middle ground, because critically I was like, it's like a 2-star, 2.5. And I also wanted, because I was being biased, I wanted to make it like a 4-star. But I said I need to find a middle ground so I can try to be honest with people when I'm doing my reviews, especially when I say I'm going to do a review and read your book. I don't want to be lying to you. I want to try to be honest with my reading experience. But this book, I had so much fun reading it, but there were issues. There were issues with the book, because it was, I think, it's a mystery, but for me, it wasn't truly a mystery, because it felt more like women's fiction. Just, I don't know. It just felt like a very I don't want to say simple, because I don't want to say it like it's a bad thing. It's just that the story didn't it didn't have any mystery elements. It wasn't till like towards the very end of the book where you kind of get an aspect of, oh, okay, so that might be happening. So maybe that's what's going to be the mystery. But for a very short book, that is supposed to be a mystery, the mystery felt like secondhand. You know, like, oh, I'm reading this book and I'm having fun, these characters, and the book is so much fun. I read this book, I enjoyed the book. I definitely won't be donating this novel because I enjoyed it. Even though it was not, I was very disappointed that it wasn't a mystery because I love mysteries. For me, it didn't feel like a mystery. One of the characters ends up doing a bad thing, but you don't even get a hint or know about the bad thing until very late on, and it's only kind of like hinted at, and then you don't really hear about it again until everything's all normal, no one is talking about it, and etc. And then towards the continue on towards the end, then it's like, okay, something happens, and then you're like, oh, okay, this person, yeah, is the person, the culprit, and stuff like that. And I don't know, it's just there was no mystery to it. It was just like, okay, this happened, but it was just like part of the story. um it was just, it wasn't an important part of the story, is what I'm saying. um the main focus, the story for me wasn't the mystery. It was more like friendship and just the the school. And I don't know. I'm trying to keep it positive, but for me, it just didn't hit the mark of what it was supposed to be. But it turned out to be something great anyway. For me, I really enjoy it. I definitely recommend it. I don't care if I gave it 3 stars. It was 3 stars only because I had to be, a professional. Try to be a professional reviewer. But other than that, it was so enjoyed. I just enjoyed it, and a lot of times that's all you need. As a reviewer, I gave it what I had to give it. But just as a reader, just reading for pleasure, this book was, I was a pleasurable. This book was enjoyable to me. So, if I did not present myself to the author and to my followers as reading and reviewing this, at professionally, I definitely would have. I probably would have cheated and just put 5 stars. And I hope that doesn't upset the author, that I probably would have put 5 stars just because I enjoyed it. But I mean, you can't always just say, "I'm gonna give this a 5 star just because I enjoyed it," but then it's complete. It has so many issues. So I had to be honest because I don't like when I read reviews and people aren't honest, and then I end up buying a book and it's, I already threw away a book. You know what? I'm not even gonna show you all because that's not what this video is about, and I might get crucified. Um, I did throw away a book. But I won't be able to donate it anyway because it's a erotica novel, so I'm not gonna be able to donate it to a school anyway. So don't judge me. Don't I don't know what to say for myself because I just did a whole spiel. I just told you all about how good it is for you all to donate, and please donate. And I forgot I already threw away a book. It's right there in my trash can. But you all reviewers, some of y'all are lying. A lot of these, and it's a traditionally published novel. And I didn't get past a couple of chapters. I didn't even get halfway. Because it was just so much. I don't know. It was just so stupid, and just it kept the wording, repetitive words, and just weirdness. I didn't fit. I threw it. You know what? Let me get it out. I don't get it out only because that I shouldn't have. I'm going to try to. I don't even know if I could donate it to a library on that. Do libraries do erotica books? Oh, wait a minute. I don't know what that. I got a little tiny wet. Couple of pages got a little wet, but only up to this point. So it's not ruined. But yeah, let me see my bookmark. Oh, damn, we got to page 13. But it's so ridiculous. It's, but I'm also not used to reading erotica, even though I have, oh, you all can't see. I do have a couple of books that are a little out there. I don't know if you all read them or not, or if you can even see. I don't know, maybe do a little zoom in. But I don't even know if I should show you all because I don't want to be crucified because it just wasn't for me. And I'm gonna show you all because I don't have followers anyway. It's not like I don't have 1,000 people with pitchforks at me. But okay, so Exit to Eden. This blurb sounded really good, and the reviews, y'all set me up, okay? Y'all set me up. But no, I bought it a while ago before this year. But I wanted to get back into it, but just the repetitiveness, some of this stuff annoys me, and I think maybe it's because it's just not for me. I just think it's not for me. And I couldn't also take it seriously as well because I don't know, maybe because I'm black or I don't know what it is, but it was way too many slaves up in here. Slaves. I'm like, I know it's, erotica, and I know they mean master to, was it dom and submissive and stuff, but it ain't for me. So I don't know. For me as a reader, it just wasn't for me. Too many slaves. I'm like, can we describe these people? There's only one way to describe these submissive people. And then I kept laughing and giggling. It was like leather paddles and straps and getting swept up in things more and less accidentally. I don't know. I think it's it probably is just that it's not this type of erotica is not for me. Cause I even in my books I write very detailed sex scenes and different things, but and I have some books that are I think flirting with the line of erotica, but not for me. Review talking about skillful writing that brought respectability to the erotic works of Henry Miller. And yada yada yada. Really? Brought respectability to the erotica works? Come on. I don't think the bold erotic masterpiece. I don't get it. I didn't like this at all. And I only got to page 13. And I tried to skim through and read other pages. But it's just nasty. It was like I swallowed trying not to make a little grunts keep the ironic smile off my face. I can't. This is just, that's why I tell people when I'm going to read these books, like, send me your links and stuff. I always say, don't send me any erotica links, okay? I don't want to read your erotica novels. I'm fine if there's, sets, detailed sets, different things in your book in general. But if that's the only focus, I'm not your audience, okay? I'm not the person. All right, so that was my 2021. I'm going to wrap this up and say goodbye to you all for now. Hit like, do a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and don't get me. I love Anne Rice. I need to buy some more of her novels, but that one wasn't for me. I love her vampire stories. Love the movies. I love her. Okay, I do. I just did that book for me. I'm just not the audience. I'm not the audience because I'm still laughing about that. It's like some of this stuff is so ridiculous. Like I never read the 50 Shades of Grey books because I thought they were crap. I read a few pages like that for free. I was like, what the fuck? What? And I didn't even watch the movies because even the trailer, I'm like, come on now. Some of this stuff. Okay, I'm getting over. Okay, I'm so off topic right now. And no, I'm not gonna do any type of videos like that because even though I enjoy listening to other people talk about different books, I ain't gonna do it. Y'all ain't having me set myself up. I'm not doing it. All right, so hit like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you guys later.